Hello everyone, welcome to the Nerds from Canada channel and our Let's Play Spotlight in the closed beta for Infinity Wars. Infinity Wars is a tradable card game. It's online, it's free to play. It's closed beta at the moment, but it's going to be free to play, so expect open beta within a few weeks, a month or two at the outside usually. Now, they have 3 ways of acquiring cards in the game. You can play the content, the campaign and stuff, and do weekly competitions and things, level up and everything. They have milestone achievements, and they'll give you a card or two, maybe a booster pack. When you complete the campaign steps, they give you little mini starter packs for like the individual deck types, the races in the game, so to speak. And they give you points as well, just a few E-dollars, kind of, I guess you could call it, for playing games. Every time you play a game, you get a few E-dollars. If you play against a computer and you win, you get 1/3 or 1/4 of the E-dollar reward that you would get if you won against a player. Now, basically, they reduce the playing against the AI to 1/4 what your normal points would be. So if you want to play for the cash, well, the e-cash, then you're going to be playing against a lot of players once you get through the campaign. Now, you do want to do the campaign. That's where you get all your major card stock to start with. So I'm going to be doing a playthrough of the campaign. This is the campaign map, and as you can see, it's a pretty decent sized map, kind of a little colorful thing. So we're going to be starting with Warpath Campaign 1, and we're going to play from there. So this is the first campaign. Now I'm playing a Beast pack. They have Aletta, Immortal Caretaker. I have Packmaster and 2 things. Oh, now this is cool. This is the location card. This is your home base. These are usually a pain to locate, but in the campaign they usually try to make sure you do get a chance to play with every card at some point. Now we're starting with 6 resources. You get 1 resource per turn, but in the campaign, depending on what the scenario is that they're doing, they set you up to play it. Now, I've already played through the campaign once. When you play through it the first time, you get little tips and storyline pop-ups and things like that. And there's no timer. When you play against players, they actually have a timer. The computer games go around half, maybe 1/3 of the time it takes to play a player. But, you know, computers respond a lot quicker than somebody who's got, 90 seconds or 2 minutes to sort through all their decks and try to get the best play. So we got 6. Well, we're going to start with getting this out. That reduces the price, and we'll get that out. Now this fight card, it just basically lets me challenge somebody to a single duel. It's just like normal combat. They take damage, I take damage. It's good for going after like flyers and stuff like that you can't normally fight because they're just ignoring you. So I've got nothing left I can spend with 1 resource point except to fight, and they have nothing to fight. So in turn, they got the Untapped Wilderness too. So it's a pack of beasts going at beasts. One of many is the on these unlimited character beast, you can have as many of these in your deck as you want. Otherwise, you're limited to no more than 3 of any kind. And if it's a unique card, you can have multiples in your deck, but you can only play 1 of them. Though if you get a rare, it's nice to keep a spare in there, so if they do assassinate him or something, you can potentially get a replacement. So now these guys dropped a little in price. These are really good. They're buffers. While in combat zone, other beasts you control get +3 attack, +3 life. This is your attack value. That's how much damage you'll do. This is your life, how much damage you can take. This is an uncommon card. So I'm limited to 3 of these in the deck, but these 3 are leaders, commanders. You can have more of that. These are separate slots, so I have 4 pack leaders in this deck potentially. So I want to bring out a pack leader. And this. He's in the defense zone, so I do not want to attack yet. So I will go to the defense zone just in case. I have 75 out of 100 health, 75 out of 100 morale. You can lose the game if either of these drops to 0. There's one deck in the game, the Dragon, that actually specializes in beating you on morale. They'll just break your spirits and your army quits. They're not so much about doing damage that much as of just intimidation and morale breaking. So, in the turn, resources go from 7 to 8 on the next turn. He got another one of those. Yep, he did attack. And now we have a 8 attack and a 9 life, so we can't kill each other in one blow. But anything will kill us now. I got one of many again. So, and I got 8 points, so I want to get this up, and that uses my points, but now I can go over here. I'll just open my defense up, put everything into attack for the turn, and notice how these stats all go up. So, in the turn, I'm going to take a hit from this guy if he stays, and that guy, yep. So I'm going to take 16 points of damage to my fortress, but I slaughtered that guy and do a lot of damage to his. And I got another fight card. Not all that useful to me at the moment. But I've got enough points to get everything out now. So I don't want to risk him doing a complete spam, but I don't want him to like kill anything, and these guys are getting low. So let's put one guy with buffs. He should be able to take 2, maybe 3 attacks, assuming they put something out. Otherwise he can take 3, so he can block a lot of damage before he dies. So end our turn. Yep. And kill him. Kill him again. And this one kills us both, but no damage got through. And now he dies. You can see the little floating numbers up here. There you go. And now I've defeated him. And coffee. Nice. Celebratory sip of coffee. Now, here you see my accumulated dollar value. Now, it said +0 because I already played through the campaign. The campaign does not give you any rewards. Now, later on, you have an option of just playing against the AI in random games, and you do get points for those. But the campaign is, you get a lot of cards, and you get a lot of points initially for the first playthrough of the campaign. Then you don't get much. Now we go on to the next mission. You also get a lot of XP when you play through it the first time. And use breeding techniques to overpower your opponent. In order to succeed, you will need to master the basics of breeding. Tips. Breeding allows a player to breed 2 characters together to create another small beast character. Characters which are selected to be bred become exhausted and are moved to the support zone. Use your caretaker of the young commander and use it to breed with another beast character. When you have breeding grounds activated, use it to select 2 beast characters to breed together. This is a babe, and she can attract guys. So I only need her and any other guy. The other breeding ground is the habitat, the home ground. So it doesn't actually do anything itself other than provide the environment, but you've got It's the one that activates the, oh, it's breeding time season, and then you still have to sacrifice 2 characters. So anyway you cut it, you always end up with 2 of your beasts that are not going to be doing anything. Now we're at 3 points, so I need to pull up one of these guys. And you can see here, exhaust Caretaker of the Young, and a beast character you control on the battlefields creates a 4/4 beast. The Breeding Grounds creates a 6/6, so you get better quality from the Breeding Grounds than you do from the Caretaker. But you can have 3 Caretakers, you can only have 1 Breeding Ground. I mean, you can have multiple Breeding Grounds in the deck, but you're only allowed 1 home, 1 fortress type. So that's it for the turn. Now pull up the pull out the Caretaker and get her started on making pups. Go have fun. You two frolic in the caves. Give me a little one. Now I had 2 points, but no 2-point creature, so nothing I can spend it on. And he's going to do some damage, but I got a 4-pointer for free that I don't have to pay for out of points. It does work out great if you're playing a long game, but this does not. This is not a good build if you're going to play a quick game. I've learned that the hard way. So now let's pull out the Packmaster for the defense. Go ahead and move this guy out. It doesn't matter what beast the breeding takes place with, you always get a 4 and you always get a 6, depending on where it is done at. But that should preserve some damage from me. So there's that, there's that. Now I had enough to kill both of them with a single blow. I don't want to lose my Packmaster. So I'm going to pull the Packmaster back and initiate another round. And I'll put that 4/4 out just to block this next one. It won't kill it, but it'll absorb the damage. He might pull one of these guys out. I'm expecting him to. No, he just drew. And went to defend. Okay. I got a new 4/4. One of many. Now the breeding ground I can afford. And that, not wasted any points. Now I can bring out the Packmaster. Bring out the one of minis. Now let's activate that here. And the breeding ground is already exhausted because we just bought it this round. So we can put all of these guys out to do some damage. I'll put him on defense right now, just in case he pulls a fast one, which he might. Still hasn't moved out of any of his generals. Generals, you can use their abilities when they're up here, but you can't actually move them out without paying the points for them to deploy into the battle. Now we're up to 8, so 2 more ones of minis. Another round of breeding. And now it's active, so I can get those 6/6 started. So I have no replacements or reinforcements, but I've got 67 health, so even if he pulls and gets through on this, which he will, I'll take 8 points of damage. But as you can see, I'm getting quite the beast collection now. So now I've got all these. I've got these 7/7s I can put out. Now, these are all 4, but because I have the Pack Master out, I get that +3. Here's my 6/6. Put all of these on attack. One big grand smack. Leave these 2 back. Pull out 3 more of these. You can't do anything with the ground as far as attacking. You could deploy this. It's actual character, but it's also your breeder, so don't deploy it unless you need to. Just in case something goes wrong, you don't want to lose it. It's free reinforcements, basically. Comes in really great if it's a long game. And this will be the last round of this. So, on this particular one, easiest strategy to win on campaign 2. Just soak the hits for the first couple of turns, get your breeding going on, you're all done. Now the loading screen. They are still having a little glitch, a little bit of hiccuping in their online connections. They haven't got the network part of the game completely up to standards. Still getting tweaked, still gets glitches from time to time. So there you go. I took down 52 points below 100, knocked his morale down to 59. So he didn't even get me down to half, and he's obliterated. Now, he didn't lose too much morale because I didn't kill a lot of his creatures. You lose morale based on the creature types. You know, when you buy them, they have a little number in the right-hand side that I'll show you about on the next one. So I'm going to wrap it up there for this session. And when we return, we will be playing Warpath Campaign number 3. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next episode.